Good morning guys, welcome to another video by AntiquesArena. My name's Walter O'Neill and I got another car boot sale haul film for you today. As you know, if you watched yesterday's film, I went to Cardiff on the weekend buying antiques, collectibles and just any sort of curio. Well, in yesterday's film you saw that wonderful government brass torpedo sinker. Well, in today's film I got some cracking gear again. So I'm really excited. Again, I'm going to start off with my favourite, which is this. A gentleman's walking cane. Now, to you but there, it doesn't look a lot, I know. So, we'll get to it. We've got an ebonised cane. We have a tortoise shell handle. We have a solid silver band here. The band is dated for 1905 and is fully stamped up, presented. 2 seconds. Sorry guys. Presented to W.H. Shepherd, PPGM, by the Hull District, MUOOF, March 22nd, 1905. Now, the MUOOF is the Manchester United Order of Oddfellows. I've got it wrote down, done my research. So this is an Oddfellows cane. Also, there was a MUOOF, so Manchester United Order of Oddfellows Tavern, which was open and running at the time. But again, that's an Oddfellows Tavern. So this is undoubtedly an Oddfellows cane. Really nice to have it inscribed and dated on the silver. Really unusual to have a tortoise shell handle. May have been missing a little cap or something off the end here because it has been sort of filed down just there. So maybe it had a little bit of a silver cap on there, and to be honest with you, I may get a silver cap made and put on there just to finish it off. But we got a very nice cane. Price, it owes me £20. Absolutely spectacular. I love it. Nice little brass cap on the end there. So we got a really nice cane. It's a good size. It's the perfect size for myself. I'm not a tall man. I'm only 5'7", but it's the perfect height for me. So a nice, really nice collectible cane. Value wise, I'd say that's probably about £100, guys. Purely because the tortoise shell handle, the silver mount, and the Oddfellow connection. For 20 quid. I'll be asking 100 and we'll see what offers I get, but to be totally honest with you, I think I'll achieve the 100. That's probably going to go on eBay. Next piece I want to show you is this absolutely stunning, very colourful porcelain plate by Rosenthal. This particular one is the Christmas plate by Bjorn Wimblad for Rosenthal. It's dated 1977. It's probably a scene of Jesus, something along them lines. But everything's all there on the back. It's very simple. You have the Rosenthal mark here, Bjorn Wimblad there. Everything you need to know is there. It's in lovely condition. Now, I paid a bit of money for this. I bought this out of the antique centre because I rated it and I paid £20 for it. But I have looked online, and if you have a look by there now, there's one or two available at silly money. However, when I searched sold ones, they weren't selling for huge amounts. There was 2 sold, one I think it was late 20s and one in the 30s. But I still rate it. I still see that at £50 of anyone's money. It's a beautiful plate. Rosenthal's a really good name. I got introduced to Rosenthal porcelain back about 10 years ago. I went up to Boothwell's, an antique fair, and he was a house clearance man, and he was selling a dinner service by Rosenthal, and he had banana box after banana box of the stuff, and I gave him 50 quid for it all of it, for the entire dinner service, and I think I had back about £3,000. I split it up and sold it all individually, and it must have been about £3,000 I had back for that. So Rosenthal is a name you need to look out for. Anyway, moving on, I have this absolutely stunning walking cane. I have other walking canes, but I'm going to put some into tomorrow's video as well. I had a walking cane day. So we have beautifully carved all the way up the shaft. Then you come to this absolutely wonderful beadwork. Really, really nice cane. Beautiful beadwork. The downside with this cane is it's been broken. However, that could be repaired. You've got options. It could be repaired, or you could cut it off here and make a new top for it, because the important bit is this, the beadwork and the carving. So it's enough here, you could slice it halfway up and you could have a new handle put on there if you wanted to use it, or you could display it totally original like this as is. It still displays very well. Because of the damage, this one only cost me £2. I think it's African beadwork, and I think it's quite spectacular. I really do. I love the colours, love the beads. And for £2, it's still going to be, with that damage, probably a £30–35 cane. No problem at all. So, purely because of the beadwork, guys. Moving on, I had a collection. Now, bear with me, I'm coming back. We had a lot of these copper wire lampshades. Now these are vintage. They're sort of 1960s, 70s, something like that, done by Atlas, and it reads Atlas Handicrafts of Manchester, England. So we have a selection of copper frame lampshades, and I have about 27, 28, something like that in total. But I have enough here to do runs. So if I look here, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 7 of this particular shape and size. And nearly all have got their original label on. Now, as I've said, I've got 27 of them. Variety of shapes and sizes. Now it works out they owe me about £1.50ish, give or take £1.50, £1.60 each. I paid £50 for the collection, so you divide 50 quid by 27, it's less than £2 a hit. Now I looked online before I bought them, and what I found was people were paying between £10 and £20 for a Chinese brand new one. So wire, industrial looking wire lampshades, they were paying between 10 and 20 quid for brand new. I thought, well, at £2 each, or less than £2 each, maybe £1.50 each, for vintage, original, with their label still on, it was a no-brainer. 50 quid, even if I was to say a tenner each, it's 270 quid. That's a good little earner. There's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. And the best part about it is I can put these onto eBay. I list one with a quantity. As easy as that. So for one listing you get 10. Is it 10 on this one? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. So for 2 minutes work I list 9 items. Can't ask for better than that, guys. Okay, moving on. Next piece I picked up was this. Some sort of measure or beaker. Now I picked it up and I was, that's got a really good weight to it. Then you start looking inside and it's all beautifully gilded. I looked into the base and there's an impressed letter S in the base. But then when you really look close in, all that stinking dirty interior, there's very faint, very worn, impressed marks in the base. So I'm pretty confident that that's a solid silver beaker with gold gilding. I haven't cleaned it up yet. I'm not going to be able to read any hallmarks. But there's definitely hallmarks impressed in there. We'll see how good it is when I clean it up. But it was £1. I'd say there's 3-4 ounces by there of scrap value. So you're talking 30-40 quid of scrap value for £1. It's got a dent, unfortunately, but there. It's not the end of the world. It's a nice, really nice gilded silver mug or beaker. And for £1, I weren't leaving that behind. Next piece I had was this. So we have a little ladle, we have a cake slice and a cheese cutter. Alright, I know what you're thinking, why have I bought that in 1950s, 1960s? I'll tell you why I bought it, because it's Danish. It's in the box and it's fully stamped up on the back. Norway, I can't read it all tidy. Spar, something along them lines, but it's fully stamped up. We've got a nice Danish or Norwegian set here in its original box, vintage, and it cost me £3. And believe it or not, I'd see that at about £20 to £25 for the £3. That will go on eBay and that will sell. Final lot, I think, for this film, guys. But it's a nice one. We have, I would assume, looking at this, it's an Indian carving for a change. But it is very well carved. Really nice example. She's quite beautifully done. And I love this grain running through the wood and the colour. Now I've paid a tenner for her, but she is absolutely spectacular, quite beautiful. What I'm going to do today, because the lighting isn't brilliant for some reason today, I'm going to also include photographs of the items at the end. So you'll have decent imagery of this beautiful goddess. But I love the carving that's gone into her. Now I paid a tenner for her in splott, but I see that at about £35 all day long, no problem at all. It's a really nice example of its type. So I think that'll do it for today's video, guys. I got enough to make another 1 or 2 films from the weekend's buy-in, including more walking canes and, in fact, a better walking cane than what I've shown you so far. And I've had a little bit of Danish jewellery. So, I'll leave it there for today. Stay tuned for tomorrow's video, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. If you have, I would really appreciate a like and a share. Bye now, guys.